Alrighty, another day of practice. Did not want to practice today, but I think once I get there and get in the zone, I will be happy that I went. So I'm a little bit late in posting videos. I'm a couple days behind. Just a lot going on at work. So trying to keep up with things best I can. But yeah, today we're headed over to the golf course. So we're gonna hit the range. I know that the picker is fixed because I checked before I went. So the range is open. So we'll do some combination of hitting balls and hitting chips and perhaps some putting. I hung out with a friend of mine last night and we putted on his putting green. He has an artificial green that he installed in his backyard, and it's very fast, and it's kind of hard to tell what how the ball is gonna break. You get a general idea of the breaks, but there's a lot of hidden breaks, so it's a little bit tricked up. So I might want to actually putt today just to kind of recalibrate to putting on grass. We didn't putt too long, so it doesn't really affect my ability to putt on grass. I did notice the last time I putted, I guess it was yesterday. I guess I putted yesterday at the golf course. My first putts were a little bit long, but then once I adjusted. So I think it's just the greens at the golf course are a little bit speedier than they have been this year, because they did a small punch, really kind of small diameter punches on the greens. I don't know a ton about how that affects speed and whatnot, but it does feel a little bit faster. But yeah, I mean, I haven't necessarily, I was hitting the ball really well, I felt, on Monday earlier this week. But yesterday I didn't really feel like I had it. So I think today kind of going to go back to kind of some of the original things that I was working on, which was keeping my left elbow, trying to keep it pointed at the ground. I was scrolling Instagram and I found an account for Jimmy Ballard, who is kind of an older instructor, same era as Mac O'Grady and them. And I don't know, I like to hear different opinions from different instructors, just to kind of get a sense of what do they kind of all agree on, or is there something that they're saying that might kind of speak to me in a different way. So I think it's good to hear things from different people. But yeah, I think back to basics, try and keep that left elbow down. I do like trying to keep my trail elbow and upper arm kind of in front of my body. I noticed that when I got into that position, especially with driver, I really felt like I didn't have to think about too much on the downswing. I was just sort of letting it go. So yeah, we're gonna get here. We're gonna see. I think the other thing too is just I want to make sure my golf swing is an athletic movement and, you know, nice and rhythmic. Oh, the other thing, and I didn't even think to get this, but I was practicing with like the orange whip a little bit, like warming up with it, and that was nice. But I also got like this nylon rope, which is something that this guy, Dr. Kwan, preaches. He talks about kind of using the rope to get your tempo down and get your sequencing down. So I ordered it, it came, but I think it's in it's in my mailbox, I want to say. So I don't have it on me, but I'll probably pick that up when I get home and maybe play around with swinging that, seeing how it feels. It's basically like you just kind of like, if you take your address position, you kind of swing the rope out in front of you forward and then bring it back and then just kind of swing it back and forth. And yeah, that's going to be a whole separate rabbit hole. My instructor, back when I lived on the East Coast, my instructor was like very much of the school of thought that he had like a kinesiologist view of the golf swing, like how the body moves, that sort of thing. And I know he was a big fan of Dr. Kwan, so I'm gonna check some of that stuff out and maybe try it when I'm practicing. So I'm gonna get in there, get some balls, and I'll see you on the range. Okay, here we go. Triple check everything is on. We're gonna start here because the range is pretty full. So I kind of like starting with chipping anyways. The range rat in me always wants to hit balls, but I know this is probably the best way to do it, is to warm up over here, shorter swings. Just trying to calibrate here. I don't know if I've talked about this, but I got these Arcos sensors, and then I have the air as well. I'll probably send the sensors back and just do the air. But I'm kind of excited to see the data that I'm going to get from that. But I've got got my 60 degree in my hand. I'm kind of hitting it all over the place right now. There's a good one. Finally. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing there? I have not had a chance to even look at yesterday's footage, which I'm kind of kicking myself now. But I'm not going to lie, I just don't feel like comfortable over the ball. Which is like not a great place to be, obviously, when you're practicing. A couple of good ones in a row there. Really kind of focused on my grip here. Kind of a low skipper there. Not intentional. I was trying to throw that up in the air, but I just carried it too far. And then that one, not enough. That one was pretty good. So I'm trying to keep my weight forward here on these. A lot of dry grass here. That was a good one. That one felt like a proper chip. Got some height. That one felt weird. Yeah, I don't know. I need to watch the footage back to see like what I was working on yesterday. Ooh, that's the danger of like a low bounce wedge, which is what this is, like a 60 degree with 4 degrees of bounce. Is if you catch it like a little bit heavy, it could just slice under the ball. That's pretty good. I felt different. So with that one, I was trying to just hinge my wrists like this and add a turn and then unhinge them. And the nice thing is it's going in the direction, like the same direction. It's going straight. Oh, slightly weird contact. But that was nice. I mean, I'm trying to basically like I really think that the like my chipping motion is just sort of like a baby full swing. Um, Obviously, I'm like trying to add a little bit more loft here, but like, that was pretty good. That didn't really have a ton of spin. But for me, like the big thing is like throughout my golf game, like I need to get the dispersions in because I'm losing too many strokes to penalty shots or just wild shots that get super offline. So that's like basically my whole goal is to like keep the ball in front of me. I don't want the ball going like, over to the right, over to the left. I don't know. I don't know. This is tough. Golf is hard. Yeah, I think back to like all my like best chips, best shots, and I think like why can't I just do that every time? That is the question that we're all asking ourselves. But I think I need to like just let it go. Got some decent height to it. Let's get a weird lie in here. All right, up until now, I'm not really thinking a ton about the target, just kind of focusing on contact. So let me think about the target. I mean, I'm happy with that shot. It hit a ball, went to the right, but it was in the basically where I was aimed. So let's continue that. Spin, come on. I think I'd like to just get in this habit. Sometimes my practice sessions change a little bit, but do a little bit of technical work and then got to do some like real golf work, like hitting the targets here. That was a good one. Nearly went in. With these, I don't really care about my, technical things. I'm just literally trying to get it to the target. Just feel the shot. Oh, oh God, that was so bad. It's funny though, like that doesn't really happen as much on the practice screen. It happens like at a higher frequency on the golf course, I feel like. There's a good one. Pretty good. Just rolled kind of far by. Tough one for par or birdie. So there's a limited number of bays. I'm gonna hit these 5. It looks like maybe somebody's taking the one under the shade. So yeah, it looks like they're going over there. So it might actually, we might actually be waiting a little bit longer. So just sort of trying some technical things here on these. Make sure I'm lined up correctly. Oh dear. Well, it's gonna happen. But I'm trying to not flip it inside. It's my main thing here. Not sure if I'm like coming over the top of this. Actually, you know what? I was thinking I might do a slow motion, but I don't think I have any way of playing it back. What I can do is use my phone. I don't know how this is going to look, but we're going to try it. Oh, wow. So I'm definitely like chopping down on it. Like I'm here, my club face is closed this way, and then my hands are kind of going here as opposed to just kind of dropping. Oh, we're experimenting here. I do hear the click, which is good. That one's pretty good. Just caught that high on the face. Yeah, the ball's just like not going where I expect it to. It's kind of going all over the place, which is not ideal in a target sport. And I hit some good ones like that. Yeah, the range is super busy right now. Probably should have grabbed a bay when I had the chance. Okay, just gonna clean this club off a little bit. Spray a little bug spray. Drink a little water. Reset. That one went straight, but just didn't hit it solid. Again, went pretty straight. With these, I'm really trying to just return the club to here. I have a tendency to drag it. But there's a lot less power with that shot. So almost like I'm underhand tossing it. So that was too much speed, but right idea. All right, we're hitting some good ones. More good ones than bad with this kind of approach. So that's good. Ooh, caught that super thin. That was a good one. That one felt like correct. Huh. Interesting. Too low. Yeah, we may not be able to hit any full swing shots today. I would like to. I'm gonna hit some 56s here. High bounce wedge. Higher, at least. 12 degree. I'd say it's probably medium high. So on this hard pan, it can be a little bit difficult. I keep feeling like I really want it to be like body driven. See if I can see in the mirror. May just be that I'm making too long of a backswing. Could be that simple. I mean, that's sort of my issue with my full swing. Not an issue, but it's not as repeatable. Trying a few where I take like a shorter backswing. So I got the 52 out, which is 8 degrees of bounce, slightly less than my 56. This one feels more like a 9-iron than my 56 or 60. Kind of have to clip it. Yeah, this I would never hit this club from here if I had to. Or not if I had to, but if I had the option. I mean, this is just a 60-degree shot all day here. I would like to, let's see, let's hit 9-iron. Let's try and roll it up there like we're playing links golf. A little too far out to the right, but right idea. Yeah, I'd almost hit 9-iron over 52. All right, I'm gonna collect these up and then I'm gonna try and find a spot on the range. All right, no idea how we're gonna hit the ball here. This is not feeling good over my over the ball when I was chipping, so we shall see. So that feels pretty good. I'm just still working on keeping my left elbow pointed at the ground a little shorter and keep this right elbow in front of my body.
It wasn't the original full part.
So we're gonna go to 8-iron. We'll just do a few where I'm like kind of feeling the technical feels, and then we'll start going with some flags.
Oh my god. You're gonna make what have I been telling you for
We'll miss it.
Yes. So when you pull from your lower body instead of your upper body, it's more effort, right? You're able to hit it. You're hitting it further. When you hit it this way, you're so far out of position that it changes the direction that you're flexing. So you can hit that shot at 70%. That makes sense. You can hit it with some like ease here because you're hitting it correctly. From the right path to the center of the face.
So unlike over on the chipping green, we're hitting it halfway decent. So gonna go to 6-iron. Gonna start kind of hitting towards flags.
What the heck? I'm trying to go. See? No. No. I told you. No, because we could hit 100 balls and you could say that after each ball, and then you would hit one. You said the second one wasn't going to be good. And that's what you always say. When you hit a good one, I can't do it again. Right? You did 2 in a row. That's what I want. Quit speaking the negativity into existence. Make your back swing. Okay? No, don't pull it with your hands. Don't pull with your hands. Let your lower body do it. Let the lower body do it.
So yeah, we're hitting it pretty good.
Yes.
Kind of aiming at that white flag.
Oh, on both sides.
Good. And then you step that way, right? So look, when we hit a large basketball, we spend probably 50% of our time.
A little bit late.
Okay? So for that 50%, you're actually hitting the ball. And when you get over the ball, you lock it. Okay, I feel like you glitch. Face out. Okay, so make your back. Go through. Okay, so where it does the power? Okay, hit the ball with your hips, not your hands. Very good.
A little out of sequence there.
Well, got away with a bad swing. I mean, that happens. Sometimes we make great swings, and something weird. You hit a swing with it, hit it out with it, right? Or you hit the flag. Sometimes we make bad swings. Get away with it. Make it. Okay. Celebrate small victories. Nope.
I didn't get one.
No. You would practice.
All right, one more of these, and we're gonna go to 4-iron.
I used my body.
There you go. That's the one. Okay. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. There you go. Hold it right here. Hold it. Quit pulling it with your hand. Use your body. There you go. Good. See how when you use your body to come you? Right? Oh, do it. You want to yank it with your hand. Okay. Sit up. Good. Start down slow. Good. There you go. Use your body. Okay. Body. Okay. All right.
Mainly just focused on not whipping it inside, keeping it out in front of me.
Lock in for a few minutes and then we can go putt.
All right, now going to the 3 hybrid. Same thing, same feels.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay. Much better. Or pull it with your hand. And salt it and you pull out your hand.
You know, it's not really.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Great job.
Ah, I'm tired.
So
We got one more of that.
I'm experimenting with kind of attaching the right elbow back on my downswing.
Okay, no. That was not a good practice. There you go.
What if I just lift my leg?
Kind of like that feeling, so gonna try that with 7-iron.
Do some practice moves together.
Just kind of came over top of that a little. One felt like I was kind of over top of it a little bit.
No. So hang on.
So that felt solid.
It's actually pretty good. And then when you turn through, it's pretty good as well. Okay. So
Depending on the roll. Yeah, I mean, measure it on the drain.
So it just the connection just wasn't this time. So you go back to the old version of you and you pull it up.
This is my other 90. More of a blade. This one has like a.
Definitely feels more controllable.
One good one. How do you find it? You can do it. One good one video. Feels goofy, right?
So I'm liking the way that feels. Hit some drivers. See how it goes.
Find single irons or you like it. You can find irons. I look at that side. Well, there's this guy
Reeled off about 6 in a row. Really nice.
who works there.
So,
He's giving me my stop story.
pull with your hand. Nice.
Iron, 8 iron, whatever. He goes, here, put the ring. But I'm afraid.
So that was a good one.
Well, I know my stepmom.
Right,
Like
yeah,
the
but better. Okay? This looks better.
I don't know.
Just kind of laid it out to the right. Didn't finish my swing there.
I wouldn't get a new one.
All right, so we're hitting this fine. So we're gonna do some one shot, one club type deal. So I'm gonna hit pitching wedge to this shorter white flag here.
We have to, as we go over this for the next 2 weeks, okay? Because I saw you a month ago. We spent the entire hour.
I read all those articles and stuff, and they are targeted for 20,
So we're staying in this holding pattern, and we can't move forward until we get this right. Okay? And you're still pulling with your hand.
I passed that point.
So that was pretty good. Just hit it about, I don't know, 40 feet left.
You have to, I don't care if you hit a ball, okay? If you can't get to the course because your parents have to work, take your club, 5 minutes a day.
It's nice when you hit it right.
I struck that poorly, but
You need 5 minutes,
worked out.
okay, to see it. Well, it's fine, get it, but you gotta practice, right? So, let me show you what you do. You're back. Okay. So you got no ball because you're at home. We'll just light, okay? Just light feel right. Okay, use your body. There you go. Use your body. That's all. Retrain it.
Yeah, this is one of those. Like,
Just really did not hit that well.
It took us like 45 minutes to get to a place where you can hit it straight, right? So we don't want to move backwards.
somebody
Oh, did, okay.
was on,
Yep. Right. Take a hand.
4th hole here. Right. I had that business, but I can't get rid of it. Yeah, it'll never happen again. I just got rid of that. First time I hit it, I had
So I'm gonna go 6-iron to that
so they convinced me.
yellow flag on the left. Too far left. Not sure if I was aimed incorrectly there.
Yeah, it's a par 5. And to have the par 3 right after, it's like kind of gives you a false sense because on that par 5 you just hit. You don't want to get it out there. When you're facing a par 3, it's way past. I can't. I have to hit it right. I can't. Well, I don't like hit it out there.
That was a good one. Right where I aimed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It goes on.
So I'm gonna try and do a flighted shot here. Grip down. A little bit of a narrower stance.
That's a 9. Yeah. Yeah. Apex CD 2024.
Caught that a little heavy. So I'm gonna go with that cart out there.
It's pretty straight, like on the range. It's pretty straight. Usually straight on the fairway too. Wow, you're just like, dang, that's nice.
So I just push that.
You're hitting cars on 620.
I wish. All right, we're gonna try that again with that cart. So hit basically the same shot. Curve. It's probably, I mean, it started straight, so the face was square, but path was either too far in to out, or it's probably likely too far in to out with like an open face. I just can't get this thing straight. Yeah, might be holding on too. Probably got to let it go. That was better. Little pull though.
Do you tee the ball up on par? No, I don't need it. I mean, I sometimes
So I'm gonna take 7-iron to this white flag here, right in the middle.
I hit it too high. I mean, I think I really lost it up high.
All right, so that one was a good one. I'm gonna take 52 to this
You know, they say that
red flag here.
range balls are 20 yards shorter than shorter. Yeah. Well, some of them have like these razors on the side, so you can see it kind of goes out there like a spitball. At least that's what I like to blame it on. If you hit like a little funky one or something like that. I like Max Play.
So you're gonna hit like a flighted pitching wedge over at that red flag because I couldn't quite get my 52 there. It's the right distance. But I'm really liking this feel with this right elbow. Everything's moving pretty good right to left though. Heel shot. All right. New club, 8-iron. Gonna take like a half swing. So I had the right distance.
It's only maybe a few shots difference, and you're a hero. You have like 2 or 3 putts. You circle back the putt. That'd be brutal.
Just hitting a ton right to left. I mean, the wind is pushing it that way, but I'm gonna open the face at address a little bit.
This is my putter. What's your first name again? Bud. Bud, yeah, that's right. I knew it was something cool, huh? I saw you said, uh-oh. I'm John. Yeah, I was trying to convince myself not to come out of it.
Yeah, playing Army golf here.
I couldn't do it. I had to come.
Take 9-iron to that white flag here. Okay, that was a good one. I'm gonna hit a few 3-woods here.
I think you can rack up 50. Yeah. Have a good one. All right, take care, bud. We'll see you.
So hit that, not so great. I really think like shortening my backswing is the key here. All right, just gonna hit a couple more. Just got out in front of that and hit a big old hook. Mainly just like kind of looking at the ball with my left eye, making sure I turn and sequence back. hit that pretty thin, but right direction. Block that to the right.
Said it went 320.
Really kind of liking this feeling of like low hands and then getting them low through the hitting area. Just hit a big pull hook. Yeah, so we're hitting some high push fades, some low draws, and then some good ones, some good draws. So I'll have to see if AI knows anything about that. All right, last one. All right, this is the real last one. Got to make it good. All right, that's it. See you tomorrow.